Urs Künzler is training on the Kybun treadmill. He suffered from a brain hemorrhage just over 4 years ago and was bound to a wheelchair for some time. This is because he was paralyzed on one side. Since the incident occurred, he has been extremely determined to return to normality once again. His ambition and the fact that he has been so focused on this personal health project have really helped him achieve this. The Kybun treadmill is a crucial part of this.
I used to focus on business. I didn't care. Business was my job, but also my hobby. I enjoyed it. When it all happened, I said to myself after 3 weeks, okay, this is a project, let's get stuck in. I also realized very quickly that if you don't help yourself, you won't get better. I then knew what I had to do. And I began to create an environment around me. I discovered MedFit, and eventually Kybun and the treadmill. I found all these things and items. In this sense, I very quickly began to approach this professionally. I now consider this to be my job. If anyone asks me whether I've stopped working, I say, yes, I do. I'm working on my health.
He trains 6 times per week on the treadmill with its soft, elastic base at MedFit in Roggwil, Switzerland.
A special feature of the Kybun treadmill is that it simulates an uneven, soft, sand-like terrain. This is one element which I just can't reproduce in training.
During the 4 hours that Urs Künzler spends training per day, he spends half an hour on the Kybun treadmill.
I'm convinced that my joints don't work properly when I'm on a conventional treadmill. It's both easy on the joints and supports balance. This is because the nerves in the feet are activated more than in a conventional shoe, on a conventional treadmill, or on a normal terrain.
Another important factor is the variety of speeds, gradients, and inclines, which can be changed during training.
This makes up the brain training component. You do have to constantly change the program though, because the brain gets used to it pretty quickly. At some point, you lose the benefit of surprise or reaction value. However, you can keep changing the settings and speeds.
The Kybun treadmill is something of an all-in-one device for Urs Künzler, one which is crucial for his rehabilitation.
You always think that you have to train your legs, but for me, that's less important. I train my legs anyway as I move around a lot. Here, I train my core and focus more on my upper arms and hands. Swinging your arms is at least just as important as the correct leg rhythm. Swinging your arms essentially ensures balance and stimulates your core. If you don't get this right, then you aren't training correctly.
To avoid this, Urs Künzler controls his movements by walking in front of a mirror. He has set himself a clear goal.
My goal is to get to the point at the age of 55 where I can say that I can enjoy my life. To be able to say, tomorrow I'll go on a city break, without having to consider hundreds of different things.
With all the energy and effort that Urs Künzler has put in, we truly hope that he reaches his goal. Today, when you first look at him, you can't notice the paralysis on one side, which was caused by the brain hemorrhage.